What if the weight of a legacy is too much to bear? In When Calls the Heart Season 12, Episode 2, emotions run high as Nathan struggles to find his place in Elizabeth and little Jack's lives, all while living in the shadow of the legendary Jack Thornton. As questions about Jack's past arise, and little Jack grows more curious about the father he never knew, tensions threaten to unravel the bonds that hold Hope Valley together. Will love and resilience prevail, or will ghosts of the past tear their future apart? The shadow of Jack Thornton looms large over Nathan in this pivotal episode. The Commissioner Medal, proudly displayed and crafted into a case by Nathan himself, becomes a powerful symbol, both of admiration and of the overwhelming legacy Nathan feels he can never escape. Jack's story, immortalized in the hearts of Hope Valley's residents, has become a constant reminder of what Nathan believes he must live up to. But as much as he admires Jack, this legacy becomes a burden that grows heavier with every passing day. Superintendent Hargrave's pointed comments in the premiere resurface, gnawing at Nathan's confidence. His doubts amplify with the arrival of Oliver Garrett, the spirited new cadet who idolizes Jack. For Oliver, Jack is the perfect Mountie, a larger-than-life hero whose story inspires everyone. Nathan, however, feels trapped in a relentless comparison he never asked for. This inner turmoil raises questions. Can he ever step out of Jack's shadow, or is he destined to be measured by a legacy he didn't create? Meanwhile, little Jack's growing curiosity about his father adds another layer of emotional complexity. Little Jack proudly shows off the Commissioner Medal at school, his innocent questions leaving Elizabeth and Nathan grappling with how much of Jack's story to reveal. Should they protect him from the painful truth or honor Jack's memory by sharing the full story? This dilemma forces Elizabeth to confront her own feelings about Jack while balancing her present relationship with Nathan. For Nathan, these moments of connection with little Jack are both rewarding and bittersweet. He wants to be a strong father figure, but Jack's ghost lingers in every interaction, fueling his insecurities. Nathan's struggle with his self-worth begins to affect his bond with Elizabeth. She senses his hesitation, his doubt, and the unspoken tension between honoring Jack's legacy and building a future together. As the community gathers around Nathan and Elizabeth, offering support, Rosemary's optimism shines through. Her words to Nathan, "No one knows what the future holds," become a mantra he clings to. But as episode 2 unfolds, it becomes clear that Hope Valley's collective love for Jack could be both a blessing and a curse. The question remains, can Nathan overcome his inner struggles to forge his own path, or will the weight of the past hold him back? In this episode, Elizabeth faces the delicate balancing act of honoring Jack's memory while building a future with Nathan. As a mother, she feels a deep responsibility to protect little Jack's connection to his father, but she also knows that her heart belongs to Nathan. The challenge of managing these two worlds, past and present, becomes even more complex as little Jack's curiosity about Jack grows. Elizabeth must navigate her emotions carefully, grief for the man she lost, and the blossoming love she feels for Nathan, who is now a part of their family. Jack's legacy, so firmly rooted in Hope Valley's history, is a constant reminder of her love for him and the life they shared. Yet she knows that she cannot remain frozen in the past, especially for little Jack's sake. This internal conflict becomes even more intense as little Jack, full of innocence, begins asking more questions about his father, about Jack's life, and about the man he is growing up to become. The tension builds when Elizabeth must decide how much of the past to share with her son. Little Jack is at an age where understanding the complexities of life and death is still a challenge, but his inquisitiveness cannot be ignored. Should Elizabeth tell him about the man Jack was, the love they shared, and the eventual heartbreak of his loss? Or should she protect him from that pain for a little longer? This question looms over her as she wrestles with the responsibility of being both a mother and a partner to Nathan. Elizabeth wants little Jack to know about his father, to feel connected to him in some way, but at what cost? The truth could bring comfort, but it could also stir up emotions she's not ready to face again. Meanwhile, Nathan, though earnest and caring, is increasingly aware of his role in this delicate family dynamic. He wants to be the man that Elizabeth and little Jack need, but the unspoken comparisons to Jack complicate matters. Elizabeth, always compassionate and understanding, knows this. She recognizes Nathan's internal struggle, and in her quiet moments with him, she tries to reassure him that Jack's memory does not erase his place in their lives. Yet, words can only do so much when Nathan's insecurities run deep. In these quiet exchanges between Elizabeth and Nathan, there is an emotional depth that speaks to their bond. She supports him as he battles his doubts, but the growing tension between their desire to move forward and the weight of Jack's legacy threatens to pull them in opposing directions. Elizabeth knows that the future is uncertain, and the pressure to make everyone feel secure in their place within this new family dynamic weighs heavily on her shoulders. As they navigate these emotions in When Calls the Heart Season 12. Episode 2 trailer, Elizabeth's role as a mother and partner is tested in ways she hadn't anticipated. She should stability her preference to maintain little Jack's reminiscence of Jack intact, whilst additionally assisting him apprehend the importance of the man whose status beside them now, Nathan. This journey isn't always pretty much the past, but also about forging new connections, discovering new methods to love, and building a destiny that honors all parts of their story. Nathan's adventure in Episode 2 is described by way of internal turmoil as he grapples with feelings of guilt, self-doubt, and the strain of residing as much as Jack's legacy. The weight of expectations, both external and inner, looms large over him. While he strives to be the person that Elizabeth and little Jack need, Nathan is haunted by using his own insecurities, uncertain of whether he can ever actually fill the shoes of the man who got here earlier than him. At the coronary heart of Nathan's war is his deep admiration for Jack, the Mountie who was not best a legend, however, also a cherished determined in Hope Valley. The arrival of Oliver Garrett, the young cadet who idolizes Jack, intensifies Nathan's feelings of inadequacy. As Oliver seems as much as Jack as an appropriate Mountie, Nathan cannot assist, however compare himself to the man he by no means had a hazard to measure up to. This regular assessment creates a wall among him and his personal feel of worth. He wonders if he will ever be capable of carve out his own identification, or if he's going to constantly be visible as Jack's shadow. But Nathan's conflict isn't just about residing up to Jack's legacy, it's approximately reconciling his past together with his gift. The guilt he includes over the lack of his preceding own family and his position as a father, determined to little Jack, weighs closely on him. He desires to be the man who can shield and manual little Jack. However, he is continuously faced with the reminder that he is moving into an existence that became already in movement long before he came into the photo. This attention is a bitter tablet for Nathan, and it brings up deep feelings of unworthiness. In When Calls the Heart Season 12. Episode 2. Nathan's internal battle reaches a breaking factor. The arrival of Superintendent Hargraves, whose feedback have already shaken him, serves as a catalyst for his growing doubts. Hargraves' wondering of Nathan's capacity to address the obligation of his role is the spark that ignites Nathan's worry of failure. In those moments, we see Nathan at his most vulnerable, unsure of a way to pass forward without faltering under the load of his insecurities. Yet, even within the face of these overwhelming emotions, there's desire for Nathan's redemption. Elizabeth's unwavering guide and perception in him is a lifeline, a reminder that he isn't by himself in this adventure. Through their quiet exchanges, Elizabeth gives him the peace of mind he desperately desires, no longer simplest as the associate, however, as a friend. In those moments, Nathan starts off-evolve to recognize that he doesn't ought to be Jack. He simply desires to be the quality version of himself for Elizabeth, little Jack, and for Hope Valley. The course forward will no longer be clean, and the shadows of the past will always linger. However, Nathan's adventure in the direction of self-recognition and internal peace is just starting. As the episode progresses, Nathan's story is one of private growth. His warfare to stay as much up to Jack's legacy is in the long run a reflection of his very own preference to be worth of affection, admire, and belonging. The questions that linger: can Nathan triumph over his fears? Can he include his very own identity? Are responded in small, poignant moments that exhibit his power and vulnerability. The road ahead would require him to face his demons. However, with the aid of Elizabeth, little Jack, and the Hope Valley Network, Nathan is beginning to see that he is enough. His journey is one in all redemption, now not by evaluating himself to Jack, however, via entering into his very own position in the lives of these he loves. How was the episode 2 of When Calls the Heart Season 12? Share your thoughts in the comments section and subscribe our channel for more. When Calls the Heart Season 12 updates. Thanks!